Davis, can you hear that?
Huh?
You hear it?
Oh, is it? I didn't know I was up. Oh!
Why did it play that banquet? Oh, it's okay.
It's
I'll
still
just give you
loading.
a minute to he does it now. Yeah, I think I put it down there right after, but definitely put it right after.
And just when you thought it was safe, and I give me something in my ear for me if you don't mind. How y'all doing? I still have nothing. I can't hear my ear. You got me? I'm still not hearing anything in my ear. Oh, bring it up just a hair. Thank you so very much for being here with me on this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you so very much. Hoping that your day today has been simply marvelous. It's been a beautiful day for me. And whether you've been out working today or whatever it is that you've been doing, it's a great day to be alive. I got some, I got an echo in my ear. It's a great day to be alive. Thank God for another opportunity at this thing that we call life. This is live TV, y'all. So, uh, sometimes we, say I got these things in my ear, and do you have any sound? Somebody saying there's no sound on Facebook.
You up?
Okay, thank you. Now I'm right. Everybody happy. Everybody looking at you, T. They said, "What's that flying behind me?" Thank you so very much. And this is, in fact, this is probably the only live television talk show uh, anywhere in the. Most things are taped. When you look at Steve Harvey, it's taped. When you look at it, all the talk shows, except maybe The View and those things in the morning, most of those are live. But we do what we do, and we're just grateful to be here on this evening. Got an interesting first hour, and I may even open my phone lines in this first hour. In the second hour, uh, my friend Michael R. Williams, the head of the Memphis Police Association, is going to be here talking about something that is happening here in the city. But before I get into that second hour, let me deal with this first hour, y'all. Did y'all enjoy last night's show? I hope that you did. And let me explain some things to you. First of all, I do TV. This is a business with me. It ain't personal with me. It's about the numbers, the ratings, because the numbers and the ratings is what makes my money. Praise God. Now, last night's show was great number wise, but let me share something with you. The reason that you watch me is because you never know what's going to happen on the Thaddeus Matthews show. I had no idea what happened last night was going to happen on the show. But let me put this like this. These preacher stories, I don't go looking for them. Reverend Dr. Bishops and Apostles, I don't go looking for uh, these stories on you guys. I don't. There are many stories that I get on local pastors that I see no merit in. I don't do them. I don't do everything that comes across my desk. But I tell anyone that contacts me and you're trying to dig a ditch for somebody else, be careful of the shovel that you use to dig that ditch. Understand when you come on this show, you come on this show as an individual that's trying to expose somebody else. And a lot of times you get exposed yourself. That's just the way it goes. You can't come on this show without me checking out you and knowing who it is that I have on my show. And I hate for people to attempt to use me for your own selfish agendas. Latrina Cross contacted me in December concerning her relationship with Pastor Anthony Tate. She told me all of her stories about how much she loved him and how much he loved her, and he was going to leave his wife. And some of what she says is true in this over 200-page journal of text messages that she kept. Now, I'm good at what I do. I've been doing this a long time. And when I get a whiff of doo-doo, I have to try to get rid of doo-doo because I don't like the smell of doo-doo. I will not be used for your own endeavors because what you think will be my show about somebody else will turn around and be my show about you. There were some things that she did not share with me. I had no knowledge that she had a warrant coming in. I had no knowledge at all. I think that she knew that she had a warrant. She had already stated to me that the police had talked with her concerning extorting money from the Turners. She told me that she had made some phone calls to the wife. Well, when I read the affidavit, over 50 calls on a daily basis is what the affidavit says. But here's where Thaddeus took issue last night. When you admit on live TV that you done sent a letter asking for $100,000, or you're gonna come and be on the Thaddeus Matthews show. Now you don't put me in your shit. Okay? You don't put me in it. I had no knowledge of the warrant. My Facebook page was down. Somebody went in, hacked it, whatever it is. It's gone. I got a new one though. Did you give T the new one? Will you give that to her? We'll get it in a little bit, but give her what my new Facebook page is. You're still watching me on the Thaddeus A. Matthews. She admitted on air. See, first of all, let me do this. I read what the wife sent to Dale. She sent it to Dale for me to read it. It was a long essay. Then, at the end of it, there was a copy of the warrant. I didn't take for granted that it was, I wouldn't say I took for granted, but what I did, I verified. I picked up my phone and I checked the warrant myself. Now, when I tell you there is an active Shelby County warrant for you, what do you do? What do people with good sense do? That was your cue to get up, get your ass up out of this studio. Okay? I tell you 3 times there is a warrant for your arrest, an active warrant for your arrest for extortion, which is a felony, and for harassment, which is a misdemeanor. It should have been run, Forrest, run. Get up, deuces. I'm out of here. But she did not. She wanted her moment of fame. She wanted to be on TV. Then you admit on TV, dumbass, I mean, just totally dumb. You admit that you sent a letter to this wife saying, give me $100,000 or I'm going to go to Thaddeus Matthews. Now, you don't involve me in your madness. You don't put me in the midst of something that I don't give a damn about one way or the other. It's just good TV for me. It's just having folk that's going to tune in and watch the most controversial television talk show on the planet. I ain't got, look, it ain't personal. It's business with me. But when you sit here and let me know that you use me to get at this man, I don't care. Look, first of all, I don't care if he was screwing you on the back of a damn donkey. I don't give a damn. I didn't get none of the coochie, didn't want none of the coochie, and even when she was winking and blinking her eyes at me at my church Sunday, I told her I wouldn't screw you with somebody else's wangamathang. You got a whole journal on a man. What man is going to trust you? So, when I found out that you're going to sit here and tell me that you use me to get at this man, and one thing I always say, I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. Yes, I am the one that made the call that got her ass picked up. You don't use me. You don't cross me. You didn't tell me everything, and then you're going to sit here on my show and tell me you're going to acknowledge that I told them I was going to use, if they don't give me $100,000. Hell, you ain't offered me a damn dime, but you going to try to get $100,000 by threatening them with me. So yeah, I sat here. That should have been another cue for your ass to get up out of here. I text somebody that I knew could expeditiously get a car here. So you ain't got to speculate whether I did it or not. I did it. Okay? As I always say, I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. I made the call. Well, I made the text. And the people that I text made sure that it happened. Don't play with me. Don't even attempt to cross me. Don't attempt to use me. You gave your ass up. There's no way in the world that I believe that in 3 years of dealing with a man, you didn't know he was married. Now, I believe he told you some sweet lies, and I got some of the stuff that he told. But baby, you got played. It's called a part of life. You know, a man will tell you anything to get your coochie, baby, and that's just human nature. If the man think that telling you a lie will get some of your coochie, he gonna lie to you. Okay, you 40 years old. You live in Nashville. See, you wasn't in Memphis. So you put me in it all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm aware that people watch me all over the country. But you put me in it. You put me in it. You sent me these letters crying, all these emails about crying, but you knew what was going on. And then you tell me last night how spiritual you are. And even after you admit you found out that he had a whole wife and 4 whole children, that you slept with him again. Okay? You don't play me. Everybody that knows me in this market knows that I do the research, I do the homework. I'm gonna know about you. So to sit here on the air and play games with me does not work. I tell any other woman this that wants to come and bring me something on your pastor, make sure that when you bring me anything, that your hands are clean. Okay? Don't send me nothing to expose your pastor unless you willing to come on the air and say it. Hit me. You want me to be the hit man, but you ain't offered me no hit money. I don't play with what I do, and most folk know it. So I'm not gonna sit back and say I don't know how the police got here. Yes, I do. I text. And they sent a car right over. They arrested her. If you want to see the arrest, it's on the YouTube. I ain't never had that man fuck on YouTube at one time. You know, it's on my YouTube channel. It's like an hour and 24 minutes into the show. Why you ain't tell her though? I can't tell her what. I can't tell. Look, understand this. I shouldn't have to tell you get your ass up out of here. You got a warrant. I cannot sit here on air and tell you you need to get out of here. There's a warrant for you. That's a violation of the law. That is called harboring a fugitive. If I know, especially as a journalist on the air with press credentials, if I know that you, and I'm live on the air, we ain't taping no show. We're live on the air, and I understand that every law enforcement agency in this region monitors all of my Facebook pages. They monitor me on television every night. I cannot, under the law, say, Latrina, girl, you gotta go. They got a warrant on you. There's a warrant. Get up, girl, go, leave it. I should have to say a damn thing. Hell, whew. You gotta be, how many times?
3.
I said it 3 times. Okay. No, I ain't never told you, I hate the police. Uh-uh. I was telling your ass, if you a criminal and you commit a crime, you ain't gotta worry. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it. If I know you done robbed the bank, damn, it might be a reward. I'm gonna tell it. If you break it in somebody's house and I know it, I'm gonna tell it. Call me whatever the hell you want to call me. But I'm gonna tell it. But when I tell you 3 times, I'm giving you hints, baby. I cannot say on the air, girl, you better go. Get out of here. The police on the way. I can't do that. See, you done pissed me off already when you done asked the folk for $100,000 are you coming to Thaddeus Matthews show. You done put me in your doo-doo. I wasn't looking for you. I was looking for your story. You came all the way from Nashville to do this. You wanted to be on TV on last night. You wanted your moment of fame. And see, here's what I was amazed at. I done said 3 times, you got an active warrant. Her car was sitting outside the door. She had another woman in here with her. Y'all done called her the Ursula on social media today. Okay. That ain't even a good friend, cause your good friend should have ran up here and snatched your ass and went on out the door. I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have had nothing to say, but okay, she gone. Let's go on with the show. But she didn't do it. Okay. As for Pastor Turner, that's his thing. The wife sent a message that she's forgiven her husband, that they done prayed about it. She ain't leaving her husband. The church done forgave him. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a damn closed book. What else can I say about it? Somebody said he wrong too. He may be wrong. Maybe. But that's your ass. You give up your ass. If you ain't raped, baby, and you screw a man, it's on you. Okay? See, because I'm from the old school, and ain't no way in the hell you would know man, even if he's a married man, for 3 years, and you only decide to Google him 4 or 5 months ago. No, baby. That dog don't hunt. So she's charged, and she's presently still incarcerated out of jail piece on a $5,000 bond. She don't need but $537 to get out of. Good. Somebody said y'all defend Cheetos too much. What is that to defend? Never said nothing about the Cheetos. What the hell you won't say it? Okay? Well, you sound like a woman that's upset because something done happened to your parents, and I'm talking to somebody that's on the Instagram. What about the Cheetos? Okay? What about the Cheetos? There's no woman that lays down with a man for 3 years and you don't know he married. Come on now. He's driving from Memphis. He's never invited you to Memphis. He screws you an hour and a half away from Memphis every time he screws you. You leave in Nashville to come screw him. He's leaving Memphis to go to Jackson, Tennessee to screw you. Come on. See, the pastor, was he wrong? Yeah. I mean, I read all this stuff in here, most of it anyway. Yeah. But if his wife forgives him and says, I ain't going nowhere, what the hell is there for anybody else to say? If his church says, okay, pastor, you done sin and you done come shout, praise the Lord, shabba dabba doo, yabba dabba dabba doo, hey, hey. What else can be done? I wouldn't have known she even had a warrant if the wife hadn't said to me last night. See, here's the thing you got to understand. How are you going to sit on TV with a warrant and talk bad about the wife? You already told me you had talked to the police, that the police had already talked to you. So you had to know that if you don't piss that wife off, if you don't call, and the affidavit says over 50 sometimes, you don't made a call, you don't call the house of the pastor, you don't call the pastor's daddy's number, the parents' number, you don't call over and over and over and over again. You got to have sense enough to know that that wife was going to get you. Because I don't care how much this wife is saying she done forgave her husband. And we done prayed about it. He done called hell at the house. Now, I don't give a damn what y'all say. Pastor done called hell at the house. His every move is being tracked. Every dollar in the bank is being tracked. He got to call in. He got to check in to the house. But don't tell me, I'm 61 years old and I done played the game too damn long. Ain't no way in the damn world you whip a man or a woman for 3 years and you don't know. Okay? But here what pissed me off. Don't involve me in your doo-doo. Don't tell the folk, I'm going to extort you for $100,000, and if I don't get the $100,000, I'm going on the Thaddeus Matthews show. Leave me out of it. But she admits that sitting right here on the TV. So damn it, yes. I am the one. I'm guilty as charged. Don't play me. Because I don't play fair. If you slap me, I ain't got enough Jesus yet to say, Lord, get the other cheek. I'm going to get your ass. And again, I could not tell her, okay, I could not tell her to get up and leave. I done gave you a warning. All I would have had to hear was, whoa, you wouldn't even have to get the rent in. My ass, deuces, peace out, I'm gone. You wouldn't have to go to no damn commercial break. I'd have got my ass up and got in the car. But don't come on my show thinking my show is ever going to be one-sided. Don't try to dig a ditch for somebody on my show and you ain't prepared to fall in that ditch. Because I'm going to research you. I do my homework. Ain't that what my theme song said? My theme song said something. Ain't something in my theme song that said about that? I do my work. Yes, I ain't ashamed to call the police on her. And if I hear you robbing somebody, I'm going to call the police on your ass. but you pissed me off. You're gonna admit you used me to try to get $100,000. And you keep sitting here. I done sat back and folded my arms. I said, this bitch this dumb. She can't be this dumb. What slow bus she rolled on? Get up. I'm saying this all in my mind. Why are you still here? So that's it. All right. Yes, I snitched. Yes, I did. Yes. Yes. I tell y'all, I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. I'm not gonna. I could play like somebody else did it, but I did it. I'm guilty as charged. No, not to play with me. No, to come straight with me. And the warrant was a complete surprise. And those of you that don't like it on social media, kiss my entire black ass and get off the damn page if you don't like it. That's the truth. I'm straight. I'm gonna tell it like it is, and I ain't gonna pretend and lie like I don't know who called the police. I did it because you involved me in your extortion plot. You done told that family, that wife, that you going on the Thaddeus Matthews show if they don't give you $100,000. You ain't gonna tie my name up in that, in your illegal activities, and then have the police people come looking at me and questioning me, and as though I got a damn part in it, and I don't know this. I don't know this woman from a can of paint. I never met her, but you ain't gonna put me in that stuff, and then police be calling me, questioning me. Did y'all get together on this? Cause see, a lot don't care who tell it. You been told the police, yeah, I got with him, and he told me, hell no. So yes, I called the police. Do I need to say it louder? Yes, I called the police. Let's say it in unison. All right, let's take a quick commercial break because I got another guest at 8 o'clock, and I'll take your phone calls. Yeah, you're right. I don't owe a damn thing. I don't owe nothing. Don't you? But let this be a lesson to he or she who thinks you can play me. I ain't the one to be played with. We'll be back, and I'm gonna order the phone calls and get y'all free little remarks right after these commercial messages. Y'all think I'm gonna lose it over a broke bitch, a bitch that can't get her ass out of jail on a $5,000 bond? You motherfuckers crazy.
Tanya said she gotta pay the whole 5,000,
Why she gotta pay the whole
but
5,000?
she out of the county.
Does she? Let me call Taj.
She put it on book.
I'm gonna call him.
Go ahead.
Let me call him. Show is out of county. Let me call my bonding girl. And see, and that woman that was with her ain't got a crying dad, ain't got a pot to piss in, or a window to throw it out. She just pissing. Like I give a shit. Don't put me in that shit. And have the police questioning me. What the fuck? Shit. Hey, baby. You said she's gonna have to pay the whole 5,000.
Yeah, but the reason why, because she live in Nashville, so she collateralize the bond, cause what if she gonna come back to Memphis and go to court? So long as she pay that whole 5,537, she can get out, and then when the case over, she get that 5,000 back.
So when you live out of the city, or out of the county,
Out of the county, so
You
she
got
in
the-
Nashville, she don't live here, right?
okay, okay,
Right, so they gonna collateralize it, and then when her case over here with the preacher, then she can get that money back, but if she skip bond on us,
uh-huh,
then we can be worried about it, cause John got the $5,000, he can pay the courts off.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay. So she gotta pay, wait a minute, so you saying she gotta pay 5,537?
She gonna pay the actual collateral, which is 5,000, and then 537 is the actual bond, that's 10% with the surcharge and tax.
Okay,
If she stayed here in Memphis, she would just pay 537.
okay,
So she gotta pay the actual 10% plus the collateral.
okay,
Right.
all right.
That's
Nah.
what she gotta do.
All right, baby, thank you, here.
I told people, you can get that to 10 million, they let the raise on motherfucker trying to mess them up.
A poor broke bitch, and you think I'm gonna raise some money? Shit,
I know, right?
yeah.
Okay, then.
And gonna have the police, come do this thing on Instagram there, and gonna have the police question me like I'm a part of your bullshit. Mm-mm.
Right.
And I'm still on paper. Shit.
I know that's right.
All right, thank you, baby.
You're gonna see it in her family on that. They see it, they know what she needs and what she needs.
All right, okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right. No, you can't get release on your personal reconnaissance. Somebody's asking. You have a felony warrant. It was a felony warrant with a misdemeanor attached. You live out of state. Well, not out of state. You live out of the city of Memphis. And when you live out of the city of Memphis, even on a $5,000 bond, she's got to pay the face value plus what the bond is. And all bond is when you get a bond is an insurance policy that a bonding company, a financial institution, the 537 is a premium on the bond. You pay a 10% premium. But if you were to skip bond and not pay it and not show up in court in 90 days, then that bonding company that has the premium has to pay the courts the face value of the bond. If you understand what I'm saying. Motherfucker said, why you worried about her bond when you told her, you bold snitching ass nigga. Man, fuck you and that bitch you call your mammy. I should have told your mammy and told your mammy not to fuck that German shepherd that got her pregnant and brought your worthless motherfucking ass into the world. Okay? Fuck you, nigga. Shit, a poor broke motherfucker like you ain't got a motherfucking thing to lose. But ain't no lying bitch gonna get me caught up in your illegal activities and think I'm gonna sit back and not say that. Man, fuck you and get off my motherfucking page. See, you motherfuckers that ain't got nothing to lose, you motherfuckers always talk about that. Shit. Fuck y'all. Shit. See, when you implicate me in your crime and you sit here on TV and implicate me in your crime. Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna tell it. Sure the fuck he is. Go tell it. Mr. Police, come get this bitch. Shit. I don't give a I don't give a fuck about her bond. Shit. I don't give a fuck. Shit. You trying to fuck me. And I don't get fucked unless I like the pussy. Shit. Don't sit here with that bullshit and think I'm gonna give a damn. You 40 years old, argued and gave up some pussy. Shit. She thought he drives a truck, pastor in a church. She thought she gonna get $100,000. What the fuck will act a poor black preacher in Memphis for $100,000? Ooh. One of the pastors gonna cover the bill. Now he want to live with his wife. All righty. Yeah, I don't have to set some of these folk on social media straight. First of all, you're not going to implicate me in your crime. You saying that if you don't give me $100,000, I'm going to Thaddeus Matthews. First of all, what poor black pastor in this town got $100,000 to give you? Because you gave up your ass. You got tricked out of your ass. Okay? 40 years old, you get tricked. How you get tricked out your ass at 40 years old? 3 years? You screwing 3 years in a hotel an hour and a half away from Memphis. You ain't never been to Memphis. You ain't never went to his house. Come on. See, don't play me stupid. Come on. You ain't never been to his house? You ain't never been to Memphis? He ain't took you to Piccadilly's? Waffle House? No damn well. You ain't that stupid. But you think I'm stupid, so you gonna go to these people? Well, you gotta give me $100,000 or I'm going to Thaddeus Matthews. No. And see, then you have them folk investigating me. Thaddeus. And the folk, they be looking for anything they can get on me. Thaddeus, you had something to do with it? I don't know the bitch. Look, no sir. Yes, because you implicated me in a crime. A felony at that. You'll never get to tell them folks, because I kept all her emails. I got some of them right here, right now, that you contacted me. I don't know you. But I ain't gonna be a part of your criminal activities. Yeah. Ooh. They met on Tango. Praise the Lord. Hey, speaking of a tango, don't y'all forget Sunday at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries in the gym from 3 until 6. It's going down, down, down. Courtney, look, we're going to have a look. Plus, on Sunday, we having the big booty contest. I figured out on the contest how to do it. Get a tape measure. Okay?
gonna measure?
Me and Courtney,
Okay,
me and Courtney,
that's fine.
me and Courtney gonna measure you don't do you go all the way around like, how the old folk used to do when they were making dresses. Just wrap a tape around it, 28 inches, 48 inches, 50 inches. Now, you gotta have a waist too now. Now, you can't just be all, but I'm gonna give $100 on Sunday to the big booty. We're gonna have the big booty contest, okay? The big booty contest. Guys, y'all need to come on. Courtney's going to be there. I've got another young lady, Felicia Stucker, young lady that was there in the crowd, got up and sung on last Sunday, and I told her, I said, look, baby, I'm going to give you an opportunity. She said that had nobody gave her no opportunity, so I'm gonna give her an opportunity. Actually, she got my new Facebook page.
I gave it to her.
You got it ready? Look, y'all, my other Facebook page, the one I've had the longest, my main page, got destroyed. That's my new Facebook page right there on the screen. Somebody said, what the hell is that? Okay. Who that? Okay, for those of you who ain't Swift, that's my first and last name spelled backwards. Okay, so you can go and make a Facebook request, and I accept. You got to be over 25 years of age, and if you ain't got no picture on your profile, then I'm not going to accept you. But that's my new Facebook. That's my main Facebook page. Those of you that's watching me can still watch the show on the Thaddeus A. Matthews page. But that's my new Facebook page. Somebody said when they got the request, they said I was a Arab or something. But look, I want y'all to come on out on this this Sunday. What I'm doing with the blues shows, or the Soulful Sundays as I call them, tithes and offerings wasn't working, okay? And I spent over $80,000 of my money last year for ministry. What God calls you to, He'll bring you through, okay? And the Lord just, you got all that gymnasium back there, hold 500-600 folk. You got a stage that's already in there. It was in there when you got there. You know where to get the sound from. I'm gonna give me some lights this week. Call Courtney, and I'm paying Courtney, okay? But we're raising the money that goes ain't going to me. It's going to finance ministry, and that's what I got to do. So those of you that want to talk about they playing the blues, show here every Sunday evening from 3 until 6. I got a DJ. Steve said that played Memphis Nights. He said, I'll stay a little bit longer after 6 and we could just dance. Well, we'll do that. I want you to come on and be, somebody said I'm about to have a house full of strippers.
Long as they pay $10.
All right. But come on, be with me on Sunday evening. I don't care if it's 30 degrees, come on and be with us. We have food that is for sale. In fact, come on for morning worship. Come at 10 o'clock. See, this ain't your grandmama's church. I am not traditional. I don't cling to that traditional mindedness. Okay? Come on Sunday morning and get a word. Stay on because we start cooking the food. I'm out by 12. So you can start your eating, have you some of them turkey legs and things, and chicken wings, and we're gonna have hamburgers this week, and it's BYOB. What? At the church? Yes. We got you some ice and some cups. I can't sell you no liquor. But if you bring your own little brown bag, come on. And let me tell you something that I was amazed at, and I told Dale, here's somebody said the naked truth strippers gonna be bad. Anyway, nobody left nothing on the floor. I set the big garbage can over there. Everybody took their trays, their cups, and things and placed them in the trash. Had some old filthy ass woman drop a whole roll of toilet tissue in the toilet, didn't get it out with your nasty trifling ass. But anyway, come on. I'm trying to find me another singer to be on. We got Felicia. She's going to be there. She's a brand new. She can sing, but she's been looking for an opportunity to be heard. So I'm giving her the opportunity. So if you know Felicia Stuckey, we're gonna put a picture up on the page tonight. You come on out and hear her on Sunday night. I'm gonna let you hear her. This is Felicia Stuckey. This is, give you about 30 seconds of her. Sing, girl. Yeah, that's Felicia Stuckey. If you are a friend of Felicia Stuckey, come on. We're gonna have a game up on the wall, a whole wall of the game. We're gonna be having a Super Bowl party on the first Sunday. Come on out and be with us from 3 until 6. Steve gonna be playing the y'all want to do them the four corners and the twist and the electric slide. Come on and enjoy yourself. Church folk, Christians, you can have a good time. You can come on out and have a good time. I'm trying to find me somebody that's a comedian and you're funny, that you want to be heard. I'm trying to find blues singers, adult singers that want to be heard. I had my friend, the Marquis of Soul, drop by last week. I had Mr. Sam drop by on last week as well, and we had a ball. Okay, so if you are a singer, call the church, 901-435-6161. But your ass got to be able to sing. Okay, if you're a singer with a video, we'll play your video here on the TV show. But Stacey Marino will be there on the first Sunday. Okay? Yeah, so I'm looking for folk that can sing. All right, put the number up, T. I'm gonna talk to a few folk for just a few minutes. He ain't got here?
Yeah, he here.
Where he at?
I just heard the doorbell.
You ain't the Ursh?
Well, you told her to do something.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that is Mike. I'll let you go be the Ursher for Mike. All right, 231-9239. I'll take about 2 or 3 calls on the subject matter of last night. Cause Mike Williams is in the second half of the show. We got some stuff that's going on in Memphis that we need to talk about. Somebody said Thaddeus do a blues challenge show. Okay. That may be an idea. That may be an idea.
To accept, press 1. To send
You're the Fatty Gets Bad Thief Show.
Hey, Thad.
Hey,
Hey, I just want to let you know, caught the show last night. Man, everything was wonderful. And you're right, man. She had no reason to stay there knowing she had a warrant. I just don't understand it. You told the lady she had a warrant. Is that not correct, Mr. Keller?
I told the lady she had a warrant.
You did. And she shouldn't have sat there and did that and not got up. I just don't understand the stupidity. But I will say this. It is very clear to me, and I have to say this, that you and definitely some snitching ass motherfuckers. Boy, I tell ya.
We
Y'all
should.
some snitching ass motherfuckers, I tell ya.
Sure enough. See, but let me.
I ain't never seen two black motherfuckers just snitch on your own kind. The woman
Yes,
was
sir.
your own kind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fucking snitching, man.
Okay, and sir, shut the fuck up. Okay. Yes, I will. And you know what? Memphis would be a safer city. Your cities would be a safer city if folk told it. But again, I go back to this particular point. You are not going to put me in your illegal activities. You're not going to sit here and confess on air that you're going to extort somebody and then use my name in it. Because, see, anything that people downtown could get on me, then they'll use it. See, I walk around with a target on my back. Mike Williams is here. I'm gonna be bringing him. We walk around with targets on our back. If you go and tell the police Thaddeus Matthews had something to do with, you gonna go and try and get $100,000 from a black ass preacher in this town? Come on. But you got my name in it. She ain't got nothing to lose. She can't even get out of jail. So I'm not, because you can come, yeah, I snitch. Yes. If I know you done broke in somebody's house, I'm gonna tell it. If I know you done carjacked somebody, I'm gonna tell it. If you done murdered somebody and your kinfolk trying to hide you out and I know where you're at, I'm gonna call the police and I'm gonna tell it. I ain't gonna throw no rocks. And that's the reason I went on and told y'all the night, yes, you ain't gotta worry about who called. I did. Praise the Lord. And if you don't like it, quit watching. Stay on social media. Okay? Oh, who? Mike Williams here. Mike got some stuff. We've been talking about something that's going on in the city of Memphis. My snitches get stitches. Well, baby, all I do is just tell your ugly ass to come with a knife. You need to cut some of that weave off your damn head since you want some stitches. All right, stop that. It's be nice. You got a guest coming on, even though it's Mike Williams. But let me share something with you. There are some crazy things happening politically in the city of Memphis. I might do an open conversation again on Thursday night if y'all want to say something else. And see, some of y'all often just take off of my show, like Royalty 9. You gone. Okay. Let me just, tomorrow night show, the sheriff, my good friend, Floyd Bonner, the sheriff of Shelby County, will be the guest on this show. We'll be talking about what's going on with the sheriff's department. Sheriff called me, wanted to come on the show, so I'm bringing them on. Okay, that's it on the Latrina Cross. Again, I may or may not go in open conversation on Thursday night. The sheriff's my guest tomorrow night, but Mike Williams is here. I don't know why he just sit over there. Oh, he just setting up his own camera. I have to mess with Mike. I've known Mike for years when I was a young man, and he was too. All right, let's take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, Michael R. Williams, the president of the Memphis Police Association, will be my guest. All right, Mike. You might want to get you a chair.
All right.
Get you one of the nice looking chairs. Because them chairs have you sitting higher than me.
Oh, you don't want that.
Not at all.
I can't be higher than
Scoot up.
his
I need to
majesty.
sit down.
You need to scoot up.
I can't be higher than his majesty. Who is that right
I'm going down. I don't have to take a damn call. Okay? I'm through with that for tonight. Let's see who else I need to block. It's just running your damn mouth. Did you hear me say?
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Did you hear me say that the phone calls were over? Did you hear me say that?
Hey, look,
Did you hear me say? No, ma'am. I don't want to talk.
why
Did,
you always got on that big, ugly, cheap ass jewelry?
baby, the same reason your mammy fucked that dog and had you. Bitch, fuck you. Bitch,
You even take the jewelry off and get it clean. You wear that
Miss bitch. I'm gonna put your number out all over the world. Miss bitch. Super bitch. Ugly ass bitch. Weave wearing, cross-eyed and looking hoe. Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Okay, well, bitch, you watching? But bitch, you making my money, hoe. Ho, you making my money, bitch. You watching me. Bitch, you make my money. You keep my numbers up. Ugly asshole. You cross-eyed and weave wearing, wig put it on your head ass bitch. Bitch, fuck you. Bye, bitch. Bitch. Fuck you. Okay. You ready, Mike?
Yeah, can I turn my live on now without all of the stuff? Tell me before I turn it on.
Yes.
Please, Jesus, I don't need.
No, not for yours.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Not for yours.
Thank you so much.
I'll be intelligent.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Long network. What the? What are you talking about? Over here.
You got your hotspot on?
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to be intelligent that time.
Could you be intelligent, please, and take it up to the next level, sir?
You want me to elevate my professionalism?
Yes,
man?
please. Yes, please. Please.
And thank you so much, and welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews show. We are presently in the presence of the Honorable President of the Memphis Police Association, my longtime friend, a scholar and a gentleman, Michael R. Williams, President of Memphis Police Association. Mike.
Wow. Thank you so much for that eloquent
Yes.
introduction.
I walked out here the other night and you saying such nice stuff about me.
Well, I appreciate it.
I had to turn around and say, "Hell, is he really talking about me?" But Mike, what's going on?
Well, we just did something that's historic in the city. I don't think it's ever been done, to my knowledge anyway. And I know a lot of people are kind of wondering, we actually we're able to get 140,000 signatures
Okay,
to put a referendum on the ballot for a half-cent sales tax increase. Now, I know a lot of people are concerned because as soon as they hear taxes, it's
Right.
like, we don't want to be taxed again.
right.
And as a citizen of this city, I don't want to be taxed again either.
Mhm.
But I wanted to come on because I know you have a big audience, and a lot of times you can't get your message out totally on mainstream media because they chop it up. Because all I've been hearing on mainstream media is MPA wants to increase taxes, wants
Okay.
you to pay more.
Okay,
You know, but realistically, I thought about it. Well, first of all, you're already paying more anyway. When you go to Germantown, Bartlett, Collierville, Arlington, Millington, any of those cities, they have already increased their taxes a half cent. Right now, the standard was 7.25. And they increased theirs a half a cent so that they could do their schools.
okay,
So anytime you go to Bartlett, because a lot of people are concerned, well, it's gonna cost more, it's gonna cost more. But if you're going to any of those places, you're already paying it and don't feel it,
okay,
number one.
okay.
Number two, you know, I know some of the politicians are like Mayor Strickland, we're not gonna increase taxes, I don't wanna increase taxes. Lies, because every time they have established a TDZ or a TIF in this city, it increases taxes more than a half a percent. Because if you go down toward Whitehaven, toward Graceland, you're paying 13% in taxes.
Okay.
If you go over by Sears Concourse or whatever that is over there, that's a TDZ. You're paying 13%. If you go out, they're trying to establish, or they've gotten it approved with the state to establish a TDZ over at the fairgrounds. So anything in that area that they have designated the TDZ, you're going to be paying 13% in taxes.
But I think, Mike, the important part that the audience needs to understand is the reasoning for the half-cent tax increase that you want as far as the referendum
Right.
To take place. Who is it going to benefit, and what is it for?
Well, and I was gonna get to that. You know, my job as the president of the Police Association is to fight for the police officers, make no doubt about that. And one of the things that has been happening in this city is crime has been running rampant. We have been losing police officers, we're losing experience. And we've been trying for the last 5 or 6 years to find a way to restore the benefits so that we can be competitive with other cities, and especially our size, and us being one of the most violent cities in the nation. Individuals are coming here, even the new people that they're hiring, we're already seeing that they're leaving. But
Okay.
they want to come here because if you can get the experience here, you can work anywhere.
Well,
But that also makes you marketable.
I noticed and I can't think of his name right now because I want to, the president of the
Firefighter Thomas Malone.
Thomas Malone, made the statement yesterday that if a policeman comes up, a recruit comes here and get the skills in Memphis, and you battle the crime that's in Memphis, you are now able to go to any law enforcement agency or police department anywhere in the country.
That's correct.
What are the benefits that the police department and the fire department as city employees lost, and how did they lose those benefits?
Well, you know, first of all, I understand that Mayor Strickland says, you know, he has rebuilt the police department. But I think a lot of people fail to understand and remember. See, we have a problem remembering things. In 2011, 2012, Mayor Strickland, who was at that particular time the chairman of the city council, was the one who actually wrote the proposal to take the 4.6 from the police.
Okay.
He was also the chairman of the council when they took the retirees out of the healthcare system. He was the chairman of the council when they took employee active duty police officers' spouses off of their insurance.
Okay.
He was also the chairman of the council when they changed the pension plan for city employees as well. So, first of all, he was a part of that process. The second part was, now that he's the mayor, he's saying, well, now I'm the mayor and I'm trying to rebuild that. Okay, you're trying to rebuild that. Yeah, we have to give him credit. He is hiring additional police officers. But I saw him on the news and he said, well, we had 120 police officers leave. Actually, we had 139 police officers leave in 2018. But that's still above the average. And then he said the average was around 110. The average is really around 80, 85 police officers. So we're still losing a lot of the experience in police officers that the citizens of Memphis deserve. So what we're trying to do with the half-cent sales tax referendum is to restore those benefits for those public safety individuals so that we can retain them, that experience here in the city, and we can recruit quality individuals as well. And the other thing is, what's left over, we're saying dedicate that money toward road paving and also pre-K, so that you'll have residual money that's going to go to benefit the citizens of the city as well. We don't want it just for us. We understand that, police officers have to have a vested interest in the community. And I think that a lot of times people get upset, especially politicians, when we asked Mayor Strickland to put it on the ballot and to allow the citizens to vote on it during the last election.
Mhm.
We asked the council to put it on the ballot so that the citizens could vote on it at the last election.
Mhm.
They told us, we're not gonna put it on there. Go get it put on there yourselves. So we did.
Okay.
So now it's gonna be a special election, and they wanna say, well, why does it have to be a special election? Why?
Now, let's talk about the signatures and the power of the signatures.
Yes.
And the petitions
Mhm.
that citizens in the city have signed.
Right.
And what does it do?
Okay, this mechanism was put in place so that the citizens could actually circumvent the political structure.
Okay.
Because you put a mayor in place and he does what he wants to do, because that's what they're doing.
Mhm.
You put a city council in place and they do what they want to do, as
Mhm.
opposed to listening to the constituents in this city, because I am also a citizen of the city of Memphis.
Mhm.
I asked Mr. Covette, who is my city council person, to put it on there, but nobody's listening to us. And we said, let the citizens decide if in fact they want to restore the benefits to the public safety individuals or the employees in the city of Memphis. And it was like, no, we're not gonna do it. If that's something that you want to do, you go do it. I think Mr. Berlin Boyd even referenced we wouldn't get 40 signatures. So we said, okay, fine, no problem. So last March, we started going out into the streets of the city of Memphis and getting signatures from the citizens. And most of those signatures, by the way, come from North Memphis, South Memphis, Westwood, in those areas that are heavily affected, because those are the ones that police are providing the most service to. When it comes to shootings, robberies, homicides, burglaries, carjackings, all of that stuff, those individuals are the ones that we predominantly targeted. Did we go out to East Memphis to get signatures from them as well? Yes, we did. When you talk about Poplar Estates, when you talk about Parkway Village or Colonial Acres and different places like that, we went out there to get signatures as well. So we feel as though we have the backing of the citizens. We just have to get it put on the ballot for a referendum.
How many actual signatures are required for the referendum to take place?
Okay, in order for the referendum to take place, you have to have 10% of the registered voters in the city.
Okay.
Now, the Shelby County Election Commission is saying that we have 385,000 individuals that are registered to vote. I find that hard to believe, because I've never seen where we've had over 200,000 individuals vote in the city. But they're saying we had 385,000 individuals that are registered to vote. So that means we have to get at least 38,000 ballot signatures from citizens in the city of Memphis.
Okay. So you've got 140.
Yes.
Now that you've got your signatures, have those signatures went before the Shelby County Election Commission, and those signature has been verified as voters that are registered
Right.
to vote, have they been qualified?
Well, what happened was, we had to, we delivered, 140,000 signatures to the election commission on Monday, when we had the press, right after the press conference.
Uh-huh.
We delivered 140,000 signatures to City Hall, to the city comptroller's office. And the election commission has 30 days to go through and validate those signatures. Then, they have 45 days, the county commission has 45 days to figure out what they want to do with it as well. Also, within those 30 days, the city council is supposed to do a referendum that will go onto the ballot. We had already pre-wrote the referendum so that the city council could not change it. And whatever the citizens signed in that referendum, that's exactly what's supposed to go on the ballot. So, if all goes the way it's supposed to, because we know that people are looking, trying to throw monkey wrenches in there now. But if everything goes the way that it's supposed to go, then what's going to happen is by June 25th of this year, they're supposed to have a special election to put forth before the people to see if in fact they want to restore the benefits. And we're calling it a public safety tax.
So are you looking to have it prior to the city elections?
That is correct, that's correct.
Okay. Do you think that the powers that be
Right.
are going to say, well, let's do it now versus the city elections?
They can't, because of the charter and the way
Okay.
things are set up. It's a timeline
Okay.
that they have to follow.
Okay.
And if
Okay.
it falls within 90 days of a public election,
Okay.
then it has to go on that ballot. But if
Okay.
it's outside of that 90-day window, then
Okay.
they have to do a
Okay.
special election. Mhm.
What hurdles do you expect to have to jump?
Well, nothing is for sure in this city, even though you have the charter to back you up, even though you have the rules and regulations of the election commission to back you up. What I have found since I have been back in the city of Memphis, they do everything that they can to subrogate the citizens of this city. This mechanism was put in place so that you could go around the council and around the mayor to be able to put a proposition before the citizens. And from what I am seeing and from what I have seen since I've been back in Memphis for the last 19 years, they've done everything that they could to try to hold the citizens down, to not give the citizens a voice in this city. And that's why I say this is historic. I don't think it's ever been done, because normally when they tell the citizens, you can't do this, then it's normally, that's the way it is. Because this has been a very expensive process. And if you don't have the financial backing or the manpower to be able to accomplish something like this, then whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish just goes under the carpet, and that's the end of it. And I think that they thought that was what was going to happen to us. But even if this doesn't work, we still have the pension lawsuit still in federal court. So we're trying different options to be able to make this work.
In this election year, do you think that Jim Strickland, who announced today that he is going to run for a second term as mayor of the city of Memphis,
Yeah.
do you think that he's foolish enough in this election year, when he needs the votes of police officers and firemen, do you believe that he will fight this particular referendum, or will he jump on board and say it's the right thing to do?
Well, I don't think he'll jump on board to say it's the right thing to do, because when you're talking about a half-cent sales tax that has the ability to create anywhere from $50 to $70 million a year residually every year, I think that the powers that be in the city wanted to reserve that money for themselves. If you remember, I believe it was back in 2014, they actually tried to put a referendum on the ballot to get that half-cent sales tax.
Right.
For what they said pre-K. But it was going to generate $49 million at that particular time, and they were only going to dedicate $12 million to pre-K. And then they were going to give the rest of the money to a committee that they had established, and they were gonna put Keith Norman as the chairman, but it had Pitt Hyde's wife on it and all of these power brokers that were in place. And there was no accountability for the money because we kept asking, okay, where's the other 39 million gonna go? But nobody, well, we don't know. Well, what do you mean you don't know? You need to have it laid out so that we'll know exactly where this money is going to go. So that referendum was actually defeated. But I think it was defeated because the citizens had no clear-cut idea of how that money was going to be spent. And the other thing is, how do you give an independent committee that's not elected stewardship over actually $49 million of taxpayer money with no accountability?
Okay.
That would have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no structure in place. And then you asked, and I think at the time, Mayor A.C. Ward, we asked him, okay, so how is the money gonna be spent? Well, we're gonna dedicate 12 million to pre-K. Well, where's the other 39 million gonna go? Well, we'll determine that later. No, and I know some people are gonna say, well, it's gonna cost $500,000 to actually do a special election. Because see, these are the things that the mainstream news media is trying to throw into people's minds. What I say about that is, so what? We asked the mayor to put it on there. We asked the council to put it on there. And then I wake up this morning and hear we're going to spend $1 million on Union Avenue from.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, I thought Union Avenue was supposed to be a private project.
Look, no, hold on. But check this out. They also said, see, you got to listen. You have to listen. They also said, we're going to give the Union Avenue project $50 million for a parking garage.
So what a $50 million?
It's going to come out of tax dollars.
Oh, okay.
See, but this is what I'm
Okay.
saying. You know, and don't get me wrong, economic development, great. Economic development, wonderful. But what about the people? What about the citizens? You know, here it is, the 15th of January, and we've probably already had 15 to 16 homicides. We're on a record pace. I think I saw in the news the other day, at this time last year, we had about 5.
Okay.
You know, if we continue at this pace, and then it's cold, so you know what it's like when it gets warm. We start rolling. 3 homicides this night, 5 homicides that night, 4 homicides this night, 7, 8, 9 homicides over the weekend. So we have to put something in place, and we talk about public safety, and we talk about reducing crime in this city. But if we're going to truly address the issue of reducing crime in the city, first of all, we have to establish some stability in the forces that are going to be out there in the streets, and we have to increase those numbers. And the other thing that we have to do is, I want everybody to understand, it's not just about how many police officers that you have that's going to reduce crime. But one of the other measures in there is about the pre-K. Mayor Strickland is saying, well, in 3 years, we have enough money to do pre-K. But you're telling me today you can spend $50 million on a parking garage. Today you can spend $1 million on plants and flowers and trees from, from Manassas and Monroe over to, 2nd and Monroe or something to that effect. So, you know, we're talking about something that's going to help the citizens in this city. You're hearing about people that are afraid to come out of their houses, and we've been hearing this for years. And you've said, well, we're going to address the issue of crime, but then you want to piggyback off the police department and say, well, I've added additional numbers of police to the police department. I've made promotional processes better. All I saw in his last weekly was how much he has done for police. But what he's trying to do is he was trying to preempt what we were going to do Monday. So he's trying to plant it into the minds of the citizens that he's done all of these things. But I simply say one thing. If, in fact, that is the case, what is the crime like in your neighborhood? That's all I ask.
Well, Mike, we hear the mayor saying that there has been a reduction in crime. Now, that's easy to say when you're doing a press conference, a photo walk. But when you go around the city and you ask the citizens
That is correct.
of North Memphis and South Memphis and even now in East Memphis, when you ask them, or is crime reduced in your community?
Yeah.
They're gonna tell you, hell no.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
We had a break-in here, and here
Mhm.
last night. We look at the situation in East Memphis, was it last night before last?
Mhm.
A house sprayed with over 100 bullet holes in the house.
Where does that happen?
Huh?
Where does that happen?
It happens here in the city of Memphis.
Exactly.
And so you can't tell the people on that particular street
Mhm.
in East Memphis,
Mhm.
in the Hickory Hill area, that there is a reduction in crime.
Mhm.
So I'm all for police officers on the streets having their benefits.
Yeah.
Because a guy that doesn't have his benefits, he gotta find him something else to do.
That's right.
And, I was looking here where someone's talking about, you get $10,000 just for coming to Houston Police Department.
Well, see, but that's the thing. There are a lot of other departments that are fine. I think the Atlanta Police Department just got a 30% raise. Do you hear me? A 30% raise. Because they know that it's getting harder and harder to recruit police officers all across the country.
Okay.
Anyway. And the reason being is because we got a younger generation. These millennials think a little bit different than when I came on.
Mhm.
When I came out of the Army, I came onto the police department. I knew it was going to be another career. I knew I wasn't going anywhere. I was in for the long haul.
Mhm.
But you got a lot of these young people that are coming onto the job now that are millennials that already have their master's degrees.
Mhm.
I mean, a lot of them that
Mhm.
already have their bachelor's degrees. Believe it or not, we've had FedEx pilots that have left FedEx and come to be on the police department. Because a lot of people have always wanted to be the police. We got lawyers that are coming on to the police department. But it's like when you were a kid, and let me go try this out. But they already have a career, so if this don't work, or if it gets to be something that they don't
I
like,
can go back and fly a plane.
I will see you later, because I'm gonna go back and make $250,000 a year.
Mhm.
And that's what we're seeing. And then we're seeing a lot of young people that have bachelor's and master's degrees that are coming on, getting the experience. They're going to the FBI, the CIA, the ATF, and they're going to those 3-letter agencies, which you can't blame them,
Mhm.
And then I was looking at, a young lady sent me a message today, and she said, Michael, I'm really frustrated. And she was the wife of a police officer.
Okay.
And she said, I'm frustrated with all of this stuff going on, and they just got on. I'm frustrated with everything that's going on. I don't think we're going to be able to stay here. And I said, sweetie, you have to do what's best for your family. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She said, because this just, I'm seeing that we're not going to, the pension system is not that good for the young people that are coming on now, if we stay. We got a lot of police officers that are getting hurt. So if you get hurt on this job, because this is a violent city, these young guys out here, they're not going quietly into the night. They fighting.
Mhm.
They fighting, they shooting, and you want the police to go and be confronted with these individuals, and then you want them to be nice. I get it, police community relations, I get that. But at the same time, a lot of these guys are saying, you know what, I can go somewhere else, make more money, have better benefits, and don't have to deal with all of the issues that are going on in the city.
What is the benefits now? If an officer gets hurt on the job,
Mhm.
what does the city do for him?
Well,
Or-
if an officer gets hurt on the job, they have to go before a panel and all of this other kind of stuff. And if in fact, the city says that they were hurt in the line of duty, then they actually are able to leave the job with 60% of their pay.
Okay, well, and I'm not saying leave the job, I'm saying you're a police officer,
Mhm.
you get into a fight,
Yeah.
you go into the hospital.
Yeah.
And you're out for 60, 90 days because of your injuries.
Mhm.
Does the city of Memphis pay that officer while he's off,
Yes, they do, if you have the sick time.
if you have sick time?
Right, yes, they do. See, just like any company, what they do is they'll try to rehabilitate you, they'll send you to the doctor, and then they have what they call a healthcare manager, which I ain't gonna call the name of them, but they have a healthcare manager or a case manager.
Mhm.
So now they turn you over to the case manager.
Mhm.
Case manager's job is to get you back to work as soon as possible.
Sure.
Because that means they're going to get a bonus, the quicker they get you back to work and all of this.
Okay.
And we've went to war with the city because, and we've had some of the case managers fired because the doctor would say one thing and then the case manager would go back in there and talk to the doctor and then all of a sudden the doctor had changed his mind. Well, guess what? The doctor wants to continue to have that contract with the city. So we had told them, you guys are sending these guys back to work too soon. Because what that does is aggravate a lot of the injuries that they have. And you can't go back out here in these streets dealing with these individuals because you're bound to get into another fight. You're bound to have to help your partner or something like that. So it could be an officer safety issue or what have you, especially here in the city of Memphis. So they try to send these guys back. So then they'll have to call out on their own personal sick time.
Okay.
So now they're burning their sick time because
Okay.
the city has in effect abandoned them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like with anything. You just gotta jump through some hoops to try to make it work.
All right, my guest is Michael R. Williams, the president of the Memphis Police Association. We'll be back with more conversation right after this.
What they saying over here?
These people are from around the country. Not many of them are
Oh, okay.
here. Few of them are.
What you say, Randy? On Thaddeus Matthews, so I'm throwing you off because it's not a Thursday night. Hey, look, I know. But I wanted to talk about these benefits, get it out here.
What was that payment I saw there?
Somebody made a donation.
Okay.
What? I got somebody on here now say, you didn't ask me to sign. Oh, well, guess what? You can vote though. How about that? If we already got the signatures, you can vote. We're gonna need you to vote. We're gonna need your support. That's what we're gonna need. So we can go ahead on and get this thing passed. And then not only that, if we can, well, when we get it passed, so that's money that's going to be coming in every year. And they don't have to worry about it. And they can't subrogate the police budget, which means they can't go back on the police budget. And they have to, this is just extra money that they can use. So maybe they'll stop saying that they don't have enough money to give employees what they deserve. How about that? EJ Eddins, thank you, man. It's all good. I'd like to thank Thaddeus Matthews for allowing me to come on his show to get this word out as well. How about that?
Yes.
He wasn't doing that no way.
Yes, I was.
He wasn't doing that.
Yes, I was.
What's up, Miss Catherine? How are you? He wasn't doing nothing but talking about
Oh,
locking
wait a
some
minute.
lady up.
Miss Lucille on your page?
Always.
And not on
Miss
mine?
Lucille always, thank you, sweetie. She always
Okay,
follow her brother.
okay,
Yep.
okay.
Thank you, Michael Farmer. Yes, from a police officer's point of view. Yep. Miss Catron, I was looking for you to be open down there, but you weren't open. I heard about that concert too, unfortunately. Thaddeus got all his commercials running now so he can stay on the air. You know, he got like
Well,
nine,
I don't have a damn budget like the police
he
association.
got like 9
I don't
million-
have millions of dollars in
What's
the
up,
bank
Latoya,
like the
sweetie?
Memphis Police
He
Association.
got like 9 million commercials. I ain't seen our commercial in about 2-3 days.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Do you watch me every night, Mike?
I should do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Every night?
I ain't gonna say every night.
Okay.
Every night I'm not home, or I'm busy.
You was on duty this weekend, weren't
I sure was. I sure was. Still working on Bill Street.
you?
Still trying to get it in. I started back to working out and everything, so I can get back to my street fighting weight. That's pitiful. I'm 58 years old and still out here working as a police officer in the street. That's pitiful.
But you got an easy duty on Bill Street. All y'all congregate at the end of the street.
Man, I get into fights down there for some reason. They be like, "Hey, you wanna fight?" Hey, you wanna fight? Yeah, man, come on, let's fight. What's up, Dedrick Golden down there in Texas? What's going on, Doc? I see you got your building down there doing the daggone thing. See, I told you, Daddy's running these 1,900 commercials. That's why we're sitting here just talking. I done probably saw like 15 commercials since we've been sitting here, so,
Bless you.
yeah. But at least hopefully he won't cuss me out while I'm sitting here.
It's only been 4 commercials, though, Mike.
Huh?
It's only been 4 commercials.
Oh, there go my commercial. There it is. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Well, all right. Well, all right then. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. We need to change that commercial too. He finally played my commercial, y'all.
You were in the lineup.
What?
You were in the lineup.
I was in the lineup.
The lineup.
The lineup.
Yes.
You know, he get all proper with it.
You told me that.
Knock it up a couple
yeah,
of notches.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Kirkwood? What's going on?
Now, Miss Lucille says she's watching Comcast too.
Oh, you over here messing with Miss Lucille?
Uh,
Oh, you had to text her. Why you watching
no,
his? And I'm
no,
not.
where did she hear what I said?
Oh, okay. Miss Lucille, don't let him intimidate you. You know you're my partner. Just hold on. We're commercial break. Daddy's got like 9 million commercials.
You got much more you need to say?
I'm just well.
Okay,
Well, you ready to kick me off? What?
no, I mean, you was complaining.
No, I'm saying I got these. Well, everybody on hold. You know what I mean?
Okay, well,
I'm
this
just-
is TV.
I'm trying to explain it to them.
Okay, but this is
Facebook
TV.
Live.
I still have to do a TV show.
Okay. Do your TV show.
You were able to call me at a moment's notice and say you want to come on, and for you, I did it.
Well, thank you so much, Reverend Dr. James Kirkwood. I've been hearing some news about you. I hope it's true.
Is he gonna run for office?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. He did.
We need some changes.
We definitely need some changes in this city.
Somebody said cut some of those commercials. You really,
Stop.
You said you
Please,
wanted to
sir.
do it.
I got Reverend Dr. James Kirkwood looking. Don't.
And?
I'm gonna shut up.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut up. I got Catherine Peters listening. You remember her? Oh,
I'm back up.
sorry.
You acting like this is the Memphis Police Association's behind the badge. You just come here, take off, got your little camera with your people watching. Hey, all y'all. He told me to be nice and not cuss folk out while
I sure did.
his folk was watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. They watch me too,
I know. I know.
so they ain't surprised.
I know.
But this is a very strong political year.
Yes.
And this show will be taking some positions on some of the council races, and especially in the mayoral election. Jim Strickland, I will not be supporting. And y'all already know, I'm supporting Dr. Harrington and the return, hopefully, of Dr. Harrington as the mayor of this city. I think, now this is just my opinion, I haven't talked to Doc on this. I think that Doc was one of the supporters of police and firemen and their pensions and having the proper funding
Yeah.
and benefits. And I think that one of the things that Doc is going to do is be very strong and supportive in his electoral bid in supporting the police. Now, there will be those who will say, well, I don't care nothing about the police. Well, you don't until you need them. Okay, until somebody breaking in your house, somebody shooting at you, then, you know, then where the police at? Why it take them so long to get here? So I think that every officer, and one of the things that's important when we talk about the actions of police officers is to have police officers on the street that know the streets, that's from the city of Memphis, and have the experience
Yes.
of dealing with people. Mike, this is an election year.
Mhm.
I don't look for the city council, especially in its current state, or this mayor to be supportive of this. So how are you, when your referendum goes before the people, how are you going to get the word out
Mhm.
of what needs to happen? And you want the citizens' support, and how are you going to dissect that information to the community?
Well, first of all, you know, it's coming on shows like yours to be able to reach the people. Then we have our own show, we have our own radio show.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is, as well, you know, we're probably going to do a media campaign, just like we would when we were trying to restore the benefits in the past. And we're going to go strong and hard. Then we have a lot of, they fail to realize that a lot of police officers are actually products of this community. And when I talk about the community, I'm talking about North Memphis, South Memphis, Whitehaven, East Memphis. You know, we are all from here. We have relatives and friends here. We have individuals that actually understand what the police officers have been going through for a long time. Now, it's not just the police officers. You have all city employees that have been experiencing what has been tremendous cuts over the last 8 to 9 years. And we understand that. And hopefully, if we can get some of the things back, then it would filter over and some of the other employees would get it back as well. But we're very strong out here in the community. And that's why we started the Police Association Charitable Foundation. We show we have a vested interest in the community. I live in the community. You know, I'm all over the city. Other officers, they have their own foundations. They have their own organizations that they're working with parents and children in the community. That's because we want to and we believe in this community. So a lot of times you're going to have those that try to separate us from the community and say, oh, they the police. Well, guess what? I grew up in North Memphis. I still got family in North Memphis. I got family all over the city. So therefore, getting the message out is not going to be a big problem, I don't think.
Mike, when we look at the city of Memphis and we look at police officers, many of those police officers are having to take on secondary jobs.
Yes.
Okay. A lot of corporations are hiring police to work in their capacity as police officers.
Yes.
Is one of the reasons that we see police officers working for other corporations, is it because of the lack of benefits that they receive from the city?
Well, it's a combination of things. When you have the city that takes an individual's wife off of their insurance, now they gotta pay for
And explain,
insurance.
explain that.
They gotta, if you're a police officer in this city and your wife works for another company, she cannot be on your insurance. She cannot be on your insurance. She has to be on the insurance where she works. So now you're paying family insurance over here for you and your kids, and your wife is paying for single insurance over there where she works.
So are you saying that the kids can be on the insurance?
Right.
But the spouse cannot?
But the spouse cannot. So what that does is.
Has that always been the policy?
No, they changed that. That's one of the things that they changed when it came to the healthcare. And that's one of the things that we're trying to get back the way that it was. You know, you're gonna have the city say, well, we don't have the money. That's what I've heard today. Well, we don't have the money, Ursula Madden, to restore the benefits. But I see you have the money to do all of these other things. But what they've done is, even with the insurance, putting the retirees out of the insurance, putting the pre-65 out of the insurance, putting the
Wait a
spouses
minute,
out of the
what do you
healthcare
mean
system.
365?
Well, if you actually retired from the police department, you used to be able to continue to pay your premiums and still be on the insurance. Well, they took that away. That was one of the things that we were fighting for, because now you come on this job, you done got stabbed, you done got shot, you done broke your fist from fighting, you done messed up your tibia and your tibia and all this other kind of stuff. And at the end of your career, now you're just out there all broke up. It used to be you could continue to pay your premiums and be on the insurance. And the
Okay.
city stopped that. It was like,
Okay.
once you're gone, that's it.
Okay.
So now you had these officers that are out there trying to look for health care. And if in fact you wanted to remain on the city's health care plan, you had individuals that were paying $1,600 to be on the city's health care plan. See, these are the type of things that we've been going through.
$1,600 a quarter?
No, $1,600 a year. No, $1,600 a month.
Come on, Mike.
I promise you. Am I lying? $1,600 a month
To do what?
to be on the insurance. So if in fact
Who
they-
can afford that?
well, there was an article done the other day. There was a gentleman that retired. His name is Billy something. He retired from the police department,
Okay.
paying his insurance. You know what his check was every 2 weeks?
What?
$7.28. $7.28. Then we had individuals, if you retired and you were a patrolman and you weren't getting really decent pay, we had individuals that actually had to add money to their payment to pay their insurance.
So we understand that why you see officers working for other companies.
Yes.
You see officers a lot of times, and there's been Facebook posts about it, officers seen sleeping in cars.
That's because they working all over the place, a lot of them. And the other thing is, I don't think a lot of citizens, and I try to put this out there as often as possible, the city does not pay into Social Security for officers. So you
Wait a
can't,
minute, it don't what?
they don't pay into Social Security. So we don't, if you work as a police officer until you retire, you cannot draw Social Security because the city does not pay into Social Security plan.
Why?
You have to ask them that, I don't know. They never have.
So in the restructuring.
That's why the pension is so important.
So in the restructuring of this referendum, or how it's written out, is all of those things included? All of those benefits?
Right. We want to go back to the way it's written in the referendum. They're gonna have to go back to prior to July 2016. And what that does is that actually restores the spouses back into the healthcare. It put the retirees back into the healthcare. It actually put those guys who were on before 2016, it puts them back into the what we call the legacy plan as far as the pension system.
You know, you and I are around politics in this city a lot, and I have no faith in this system. I have no faith in the comptroller's office in counting the signatures. Do you have a fail-safe in place for the shenanigans that is definitely, there's something's gonna happen, Mike, okay? Something's gonna happen, either from the comptroller's office, which is operated by the city of Memphis, or the election commission.
Well, the comptroller's office has nothing to do with validating the signatures.
But they count.
That's
though.
all, well, no, that's all.
What do they do?
That's all, well, they just have to have a copy on file. We have to
Okay.
give the city a copy. But the Shelby County Election Commission are the ones that actually have to count and validate the signatures. So we just gotta make sure.
And you trust them?
Well, we've been working closely with them and keeping an eye and having our attorneys This is
Okay.
why it's always good to have attorneys,
Uh-huh.
having our attorneys talking to them to make sure that they're following the guidelines.
So you've turned them in. Now, what's that timeline again?
Okay, the election commission has approximately 30 days to validate those signatures. We told them how it could actually be easier for them to go to this, and you'll probably get there, you won't have to go through the whole 140,000. And then I think the, Shelby County, commissioners have 45 days to take a look at it and approve it or do whatever it is that they're going to do with it as well. And then after that, it has to be put on the ballot as a referendum to go before the citizens. And that has to be done before June 25th.
So you've got your timeline.
Yeah.
Is there anything that can happen politically or with the Shelby County Election Commission that can halt your timeline?
Well, I am hoping that everybody plays fair. This process is put in place for a reason. We're testing this process. And who knows who may want to come behind us to actually put forth an effort like this to be able to get something put on the ballot, get something before the citizens of the city to allow them to vote on it, especially when you have politicians in this city that, have become accustomed to making all of the decisions for the citizens as opposed to listening to them and allowing them the ability to be able to weigh in as well. We see things like this when we look at Berlin Boyd in District 7, that's not representing District 7. When you see that for 2 to 3 months, they didn't have anybody representing District 1. Yes, they still up there voting. So these citizens have no voice.
But
of what's
Mike,
going on.
we both know it was all planned.
Yes, most
Okay.
definitely. Well, we know that.
Okay, that was a strategy that those who are in power had in place.
Yes.
There's still some shenanigans going on.
Well, I'm going to hope for the best. I'm going to do that. I have to have faith. I have to have faith. And I'm gonna hope for the best. And if it doesn't go the way it's supposed to, then that's what you got lawyers for.
Mike Williams, how much time I got left? I got 5 whole minutes. Well, my guest has been Mike Williams, and we've been talking about something, and Mike's more than welcome to return to this program as we get closer to that timeline. Plus, you can watch him here on Thursday nights on his program, Memphis Behind the Badge. But ladies and gentlemen, in this city, please understand that mainstream media, 3, 5, 13, 24, 30, and the commercial appeal will not give you all of the facts that are going on as far as any political issue in this city. And I saw Mike had on a suit yesterday
Yeah.
for the press conference.
Yeah.
But it's chopped up. I think you got maybe 2 minutes if you got that much in
As
there.
far as the news goes.
Yeah, as far as the news is concerned. So we're going to keep you abreast of what is going on in this community. There are some shenanigans that are going on politically. Power brokers allow certain people to do whatever they want to. There's a group of people in the Whitehaven area that's upset over what's going on at Graceland, how their property is being destroyed because they're building on to Graceland. And you're not going to hear your representatives say anything. And I'm very leery of these new council people that have been appointed by the city council.
Yeah.
I think that there is an agenda, Mike.
Yes, very much so.
I think that agenda has a lot to do with Union Avenue, okay? And when you say that you can't find the funds to make sure that police officers are safe and have the benefit, because to pay $1,600 a month insurance is totally insane take a police officer's spouse off of the insurance is totally crazy. But you can find $50 million to build a garage for a private entity.
Yeah.
Something is wrong. So again, my guest has been Michael R. Williams. I invite you to stay a part of the program. If you need to get your taxes done, you know where to go. Call 901-672-8290. 901-672-8290. Put my new Facebook page up there real quick. Somebody hacked into it or did something to it. It got totally deleted. So I had to come up, and I still have the Thaddeus A. Matthews Facebook page, the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment page. But we went through hell to get another page up today. And for those of you that see it on the,
What is that name? What is that? So,
it's Thaddeus spelled backwards, Matthews spelled backwards.
man, I'd have never, well, I probably would have after a while.
Okay.
But Jesus.
But it wouldn't take the name Thaddeus Matthews.
At all. They'd have barred you,
Yeah,
dog.
it would not take Thaddeus Matthews. It wouldn't take.
They have barred
It
you,
wouldn't
man.
take Thaddy Bear. It wouldn't take the cussing pastor. It wouldn't take any of those names.
Are you serious?
Right. So we sit around. They all came up with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like something.
Yeah. So I put it out there, and somebody said, "I thought you was an Iranian or
Sadidat.
Switzertown."
Swatham.
Yeah. But it's Thaddeus spelled backwards, Matthews spelled backwards. On tomorrow night, the sheriff of Shelby County will be my guest.
What?
Yeah.
And he hasn't come back on my show? The police? Oh, okay.
Oh, my. He wants the best bang for his buck.
I don't blame him.
Okay. So he's come on, his people called me, he wanted to come on. So, and there's been a lot of things, a lot of issues in the last couple of weeks about the sheriff's department.
I've been hearing.
There's a guy that's complaining about some things that are going on in the jail. So we're gonna see, he's been in office now since September 1. So we wanna find out what his agenda is, and he called, I didn't call him. He wanted to be on the show. He wants to speak to the citizens, and hopefully we will open up the phone lines, and if you have questions of the sheriff. Now, those of you who are calling with foolishness like you normally call, don't call the sheriff with the foolishness, because I got your number right here, and the sheriff is not the one that you really want to piss off. It's the sheriff. All right, Michael R. Williams has been here. My time is up. Thank you so very much for being here with me. Don't forget Sunday, Soulful Sunday, in the gymnasium of the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. And those of you who say that it's a sin for me to have it going on in the gym, hell, you weren't paying no tithes and offerings, you weren't sending no donations. So do you think I give a damn about what you think or what you say? We had a good time on Sunday afternoon, them blues, them turkey legs, and them wangs and things. We had nearly 200 people in the gym. It was the best financial Sunday for the ministry in the history of the church, other than when I do the church anniversary. So the hell with what you think and the hell with what you say. I don't think a blues song gonna send me to hell. What? She in my ear. Okay, I'm finna go. At least you ain't saying I gotta go to a commercial. And those of y'all that want to see the arrest from last night, go to the Thaddeus Matthews YouTube page. Until tomorrow night, top evening to you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you later.